What's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Don here, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a really exciting video, and as you can see from the title, from the thumbnail, the very first FUT champions of FIFA 20, your boy Don hit Elite 3 in the first weekend. The first time I've ever done Elite 3 this fast. It has taken me months to get Elite 3 in the past FIFAs. I've done it in the first weekend, lads. So without going into too much detail, because I do want to share this in another video to go in a bit more detail to help out you guys, but this is just going to be a quick recap of this weekend. So I've managed to put together all the goals from Friday up until Sunday of every single goal in every single match that I played throughout the whole weekend. So guys, if you are hyped for this video, please drop a like on this video. And subscribe and put the bell on so you know exactly when this video does go live on the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to be dropping some more videos this week, so please make sure, if you do want to keep in touch with everything that I've got to share, subscribe to the channel, lads. And also as well, if there is anything that you want, that you would like to know, let me know down in the comment section down below, and then I'll try and reply to as many comments as I possibly can. Thankfully it's not many, but I will try and reply to as many as I possibly can. So without further ado, let's get into the video. And I'm going to talk through all the goals, every moment, what's going through my head. As you can see, there's going to be a lot of goals. And I know there's a few things that I want to share with you guys in regards to the all the different mechanics, passing, defending, shooting, what's going through my mind in each moment, tactics and things like that. So we've got a nice video for you guys to see, and you guys can see how how well your boy Don is doing. But yeah, so it's not in this video, but I will say that I throughout the whole of FUT Champions this weekend, I went into the 4-4-2. It is my favorite formation. It is a formation which, for me, gives me a lot of control over the game, especially with the ball as well. Maybe not so much defensively. Maybe I need to work on a tactic just a little bit. But I will say it is my favorite formation so far. All right, we all know when EA decide to patch the game, some formations might not be as effective and some formations will. So, but for now, the 4-4-2 is effective as well. So we've gone into our second game. There's 3 days worth of games. So today is Friday. I'm just going by the shirt I'm wearing, so I know it was a Friday. So we go 1-0 up. I will say this. I will talk about each player as they show up in this video. The Sissoko, for me, the unsung hero of the team. I've got a very good team, not the best team you'll see, but a very good team. Neymar, Mbappe, Son, Kante, Varane, you know, just name a few. But for me, Sissoko, I don't know why, but I think it's down a tactical thing, because throughout the whole week I changed one thing with my midfielders, and I'm going to share that in another video. Since I changed that tactic, my midfielders are now starting to score. But I'm not going to share in this video. I will share in the other video, so do make sure that you keep in touch with all the videos that I'm going to be dropping this week. So I'm 2-1 up already, and I see out that game. I see out that game and I win 2-1, and we move on to the next game. So this opponent here, he's got Suarez up top. He's got quite a good overpowered team as well, which I would say that every team I played against, they were very good teams. All right, very good teams. But I think what separates the winners from the losers is how you play with that team. One thing that I did kept on reminding myself throughout all my games is to play the man and not the team. There are so many players, there are so many teams that have very good players in there. You know, the Ronaldos, the Neymars, the Mbappes, the Suarez's, you know, the Mohamed Salahs. All of these players have all these teams have great players. But I'm trying to suss out how this person is playing so I can break him down. So I'm not so much focusing on a team, but more so the players, the player that's controlling the team. So we move on. This has to be probably my favorite looking team, because he's got 2 icons, a few informs as well. But he wasn't exactly the greatest of opponents. No disrespect, man. But I would have thought a little bit more. And this is one of my fears from having my team, is to be not so much a good player, but having an incredible overpowered team. So I really wanted to make sure that I spent a lot of time. So leading up to the weekend, I spent a lot of time. And again, I'm going to share this in another video. I spent a lot of time learning how to pass, what works in terms of passing, shooting, and more specifically defending. I spent a lot of time and I still don't think I'm good enough. I still don't think I'm good enough to defend. I know there's areas that I can improve when it comes to defending, but I spent a lot of time in the skill games trying to figure out how to defend. And thankfully, I will say this, thankfully, in regards to the new mechanics of FIFA 20, you can defend better. It's not perfect, all right, but I will say, comparing it to last year, it has improved, okay, because now I can manually defend. All right, if you're gonna score a goal past me, you got to do something incredibly good, because I can defend manually now. I'm not so much defending on the AI. One thing I've tried my best not to do is pull players out of their position. All right, because a lot of players are doing that these days. I don't want to pull players out of their position. I won't hold on to them and drag them out. I'll just let the AI keep the player in their position, and I will manually defend and try and cut out the pass and everything like that. So we're going into my next game. With 22 minutes to go, I go 1-0 up. One thing I will say that is very overpowered, I've done a lot, and a lot of my opponents did against me when they scored against me, is the cutbacks. It's getting the ball into the box and then cutting it back and hitting it first time, or maybe to take another touch. It has worked so effectively for my opponents, and it's worked effectively for me as well. So we are now sitting 8-0. I think one thing you can't see is how many games you've lost. Obviously, you're gonna have to do a bit of math. You know, if you've got 8 wins with 22 games to go, you know you've taken no losses. But one thing EA haven't done is showed you how many losses as well. But you have to go, when you're in that screen, the previous screen that was just there, you got to press Y to go in your schedule and tell you how many games you have remaining as well. So we're 8-0 at the moment. I do believe on a Friday, if my memory serves me right, I think I took a loss at some point, and I think it's here, right? I took a loss right there, and as you can see, I pulled Ramos out of his position. I can tell the way he was going to play. He had no alternative way to play. It was just very, very simple. 1-2, trying to get in behind, get the 1-2, and I switched off for a small second, and then it was that moment where Rashford got in behind, and I tried to recover. I couldn't recover, and he got the shot away, and he managed to win 1-0, and that was my first loss at 8-1. So we move on to our next game, and it's very, very important, I will say, is that when you lose a game, 1, to take a break, all right, and 2, to recover. You got to try and get that win back, obviously, but you make sure you've got to take a break after a loss, all right? Composure, the mental side of FIFA is so... people overlook how important mentality is in FIFA, i.e. keeping your composure in certain games. So I went into my next game after the loss, and I didn't score until the 111th minute with Rafa Varane from a set piece. Now, one thing I did say live on stream, if you haven't followed me, follow me down on Twitch. The link to my Twitch channel is down below. I did say the one thing I want to improve on in FIFA 20 is my set pieces. I need to get better from dead ball situations, and I feel like already I have improved. I've scored quite a few corners. I scored penalties. So that's another thing I wanted to improve, and as you can see, I'm celebrating. I know you're probably thinking, I'll look at Don holding the ball in the corner, but I will say this: it's part of football. Like, I don't want to sound too harsh, right? But football is not a popularity contest. You don't win games from being popular, all right? Yes, people do favour the way you play. You know, you keep on attacking. But for me, my way of playing, my playing philosophy is the fact that if you hold the ball, you're more likely to score, and your opponent is less likely to score. The longer you hold the ball, the less likely your opponent is going to score, all right? So when it came to the 120th minute, I decided to hold the ball on them, all right? Took it to the corner, and my opponents did against me. And as frustrating as it was, I accept it. It is what it is. All right. So we move on to our next game, and I think we're still on Friday. I'm not too sure what day it is. Anyway, so we're in the final third of my opponent's pitch. He's defending very, very well. I'm not trying to force the ball into the box. I'm going to hold on to it for as long as I possibly can and just probe. I think that's the only way I can describe this. It's just to probe the defense. I get the ball down to Mbappe, put him on his right foot, and I get the shot away as quick as I possibly can. He comes back with an instant reply. With Raheem Sterling was giving me problems all day. And he makes it 1-1, and I come back here with Neymar, do a nice little skill, left foot inside the box to make it 2-1, and then I cut the ball back, first time shot, again with Neymar, left foot, that 5-star weak foot, I'm telling you now, it's priceless, man. So I hit the ball away to make it 3-1. He makes a really, really bad mistake here, and I do a nice little finesse into the back of the net to make it 4-1, and I think I put the sword to his team at this point here. He panicked, and Mbappe, excuse me, makes a challenge inside the box, and I get here a penalty. So I think at this point here, yes, this is Saturday. At this point here, he just I think he just panicked. To be fair to him, it happens to all of us. He was 4-1 down, and he panicked. And here you're going to see me. Did I score this? Oh, yeah, I did score. Wow, okay. Yeah, I scored a penalty to make it 5-1. He wasn't rage quitting for some reason. I mean, he kept on going. Fair play to him. Maybe he wants his skill points for div rivals. But I get a ball here with Sissoko. Sissoko plays it back to Mbappe. First time shot inside the box. I will say, guys, one thing you need to do more of is, unless you're in trouble, then obviously take a second touch inside the box. But once you're inside the box and you're through on goal, just get the shot away as quick as you possibly can. All right. I will say one thing coaches do in terms of training strikers is the fact that if you shoot before your goalkeeper is set, because the goalkeeper wants to set their feet first. I'm talking football, not so much FIFA, but the goalkeeper has to set themselves, get the shot away first, and then you give yourself the best possible chance to shoot. Sometimes, yes, if someone's defending very, very well, you got to take another touch to try and create an angle and a space to shoot as well. So I'm going to stop thinking about what day it is, man. I'm just going to keep going, boys and girls, all right? So we move on to our next game against another good opponent. Here I get the ball down the wing. I cut it down to Neymar. Neymar hits it first time with his left foot. Near post shots are very overpowered, boys and girls. So be on your guard with that one. I would highly recommend you jockeying to try and stop and protect the near post shot as well. So he gets the ball here, makes it back to 1-1. He was doing very, very well. But one thing I realized, he was pressing very, very high. I get a ball over the top, and there was serious delay in this match because watch this, the ball gets played, and the shot, as you can see from my face, I'm like, there was such delay with the shot. I wanted the first time shot. I don't know why he decided to take an extra second to get it onto his Perisic, get on his left foot. But anyway, I get the shot off, make it 2-1, 90th minute, and I take the win, and we move on to our next match. So here he's got a nice little corner here, a fantastic goal for my opponent here. First time, this is the only goal I conceded. This is how difficult corners are. It's the only goal I conceded from a corner, and it was a bicycle kick with Aspas. So I come back with a nice reply, a low-driven finesse shot with Mbappe, which is my favourite shot at the moment. So we make it 1-1. Oh no, it wasn't a low-driven. Oh, okay, so I hit it first time. My bad, my apologies, sorry. So again, get the ball inside the area. Sissoko comes in right with his left foot, 3-star weak foot. Moussa Sissoko makes it, gets the winner for us, and we move on to our next game against Pompey's boys, Neymar, Messi, Firmino, Carrasco. I'm trying to think of these names very quickly. So he manages on the 25th minute, managed to get his shot away with Neymar, and then I come back instantly with my Neymar, because my Neymar is just as good as yours. Neymar gets the ball. I'm shooting the ball away from him. Nice little back heel from to Neymar, and hit it with his right foot this time back into the net, and it's now 1-1. All right. So again, probing his defense here in this point here, trying to get the ball. Sissoko, Neymar again, right foot, low driven finesse at that point as well, and it's now 2-1 to me. I take a pause to try and take a break, and we make it, and we take the win, and we're now sitting in gold 3. I think at this point I've lost count. One loss. I'm 14-1. I'm not too sure. I wish I wrote this down, but I think I'm 14-1. But anyway, we got 14 wins, ladies and gentlemen. We move on to our next game against a Leeds fan. He was again a very, very good opponent. Mate, nice little back heel, 2 back heels here between Mbappe and Sissoko. A nice little French link up. Sissoko was so clutch this weekend. All right, Sissoko started the scoring, and he ends this video scoring more goals. Sissoko is scoring loads and loads of important goals for us. Again, I defended this all wrong because I controlled Ramos, and I showed him onto his. I expected Rashford to take it on his left foot, but he ended up taking it on his right and getting a shot away and making it 1-1. So I defended that all wrong. That was my fault. Bad defending on my part, because I anticipated the wrong thing. Here I get quite lucky. Mbappe keeps the ball, squares it down, makes another pass, and Kante puts it away. We don't go into penalties. I did not go into one penalty shootout this weekend, but I know it's coming. So we make it one. We score before penalties, and we get that win. Oh, I missed out on the video. All right, bad editing from Don. All right, that video and that previous video, I took a loss. Bad editing on Don, all right? That opponent there, I took a loss on that opponent. So we're now 15-2, I think it is at this point. So we move on to our next game here, and I come back with a nice little long-range finesse with Neymar. This was a big goal, as you can see from my face. I'm not happy, but it was a big goal because before this game, I actually took a loss, and it was a very good goal because he squared it with Hazard, and then Hazard made it 1-0. So I took a 1-0 loss, and I end up making it 1-0 in my next game, which was a really important goal. So we get the win and we move on to our next game. This opponent here was a very good opponent. He actually substituted Lallana right at the beginning, brought on CR7, all right? Lots of goals in this game. I do remember this game very clearly. Mbappe managed to get the ball back, squares it down to, is that Sissoko again? So I'm laughing here because Sissoko is just banging in goals for us, man. He's not there. He hasn't got great shooting stats, but he's banging in goals. Anyway, he gets quite lucky here. Make a tackle, falls right back to Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo gets the ball and he puts it in the back of net. He does what he does best. And my opponent decides in all of his celebrations, all the goals he scored, he decided to go to his camera. But if he spent more time shooting rather than celebrating, he would have got the win on this occasion. Sissoko here makes it 2-1, scores with his left foot. He comes back instantly with a reply, cuts the ball down to first time shot with Cristiano Ronaldo. He decides he wants to run to the camera again. We move on the 45th minute. I come back with a nice reply. Sissoko again, first time shot, back heel into the area. Kante makes it 3-2 before the end of the first half. Now we're in the second half. It's 3-2 to me. I'm controlling the game here now, right? I'm slowing the game down. I am winning. Kept on reminding myself this. I am winning. I'm controlling the tempo of the game. I can push for another goal, but I'm not going to make any risky passes. As you can see here, I'm not forcing anything. I'm just playing the triangles, the right triangles to try and to create an angle here. Nice little 1-2 between, I think that's Neymar and Mbappe. And then I make it 4-3, and I've got my nice 2-goal cushion, and I'm chilled and relaxed. As you can see from the expression on my face, I'm relaxed. So yes, okay, so we're 19-2. Okay, so yes, I took my second loss. We're now 19-2. This is by far my best performance ever. All right, to be 19-2 in this position is for me is a personal best for me. All right, here we're gonna take our another loss. I remember this very clearly because I did not come up against Bale all the time. Ramos for me is just probably, if I didn't have Ramos, if Ramos was tradable, I would have sold him already because I would strongly advise you not to go with Ramos. All right, he's not good. But anyway, we're not going to here to slate Ramos. We're here to talk about my opponent's goal. So he attacking with 3. It's 3-on-4. He plays the ball right down the middle, squares it to Bale, and Bale gets the winner on the 89th minute. He played a great through ball. The through ball just cut my defense in half. It was a very well weighted pass, and he gets the dub. So we're now taking our third loss of the week, and we move into our next game. Again, I'm taking a break. I am live streaming, so I cut all that bit out, but I was actually talking to the chat. Very important that you have someone to talk to. Fortunately, I've got a good set of lads here that really chill with me and talk to me and things like that. It helps you take your mind off the game. So I go 1-0 up. He comes back with a reply to make it 1-1. He cuts the ball down to make it 2-1 to him. And again, I'm taking my next loss. Again, I'm showing you this because he done the same thing as me. Everybody, I think it's a very important time where you've got to, if the 90th minute, just hold the ball. He's slowing everything down, letting the clock run on his side. The time is against me. I'm trying to get the ball back. But my efforts are futile because there's no way that I can get back in this game. And he makes it 2-1 to him. And I take my next loss. All right, so I take another break. I need to get this win. Again, it's not a great team, but he's got some good players in the team. But again, I'm not trying to play the team. I'm not going to underestimate my opponent. I'm still going to play as if he's got the best team in the world because I'm playing my opponent, not his team. Neymar hits a very beautiful shot with his right foot in the back of net. And again, Neymar comes up clutch to make it 2-1. And I get a nice little rage quit here. And we move on to our next game. Okay, he's got Salah on loan. He's got Inform and Ndidi, Martial, Lucas in his team. Very overpowered cards. So here I'm running down the wing, using the wing, got the space to obviously run into. So I thought, let me just try and fool him. Here I'm attacking the box, all right? He's not pressing me. He's holding on to his defender. I decide to run into the box and attack the box, okay? Make a pass in and then again, get the shot away first time, all right? First time shots inside the box are incredibly overpowered. I would strongly advise you to, if you can't do it, practice that here. Cut the ball down, play ball inside the box. Neymar gets a shot away quite early, and it's now 2-0 to me. Here I make a ball in behind. Again, square ball. That was supposed to, I would try to do a low driven finesse. but Neymar decided to hit it with his left foot instead as opposed to his right. But again, it's a first time shot. I didn't allow the ball. I didn't want to take another touch and and risk it. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this here right here is my favorite game of the weekend. All right. For those who were, if you're watching this video now and you were in my live stream, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This video here, this match probably sums up my performance throughout the whole weekend. All right. And you're probably gonna, when you see the first part of this match, you're probably thinking, wow, I can't believe this. All right. So we go up against a Dutch player. Now, I will say this against Dutch players. Okay. Their philosophy of football is incredible, right? In terms of how they play, in terms of patience and things like that. For me, Dutch players are the hardest. My players, no disrespect to anyone else, but for me, I find them very, very hard. So I'm 2-0 down. I'm switching my tactics. I've gone into a 3-5-2 or the 3-4-1. I can't remember which one. I think it's the 3-5-2, and I've gone 3-0 down. I'm moving my tactics around. I moved my tactics at 2-0. I went 3-0 down, and I'm struggling at this moment in time. Okay, again, he gets a shot away. So I decided to bring on Pele, so I decided to go for it. Got quite fortunate here. Now this is where the game changes. The game changed at this point. He decides to tackle me in the box. Rafa Varane gets sent off. Now 3-0 down. 3-4-1-2. Right, that's the formation I'm in. He decides to. He actually. I can't remember who he subbed off, but I know he brought on Virgil van Dijk as obviously the replacement. So I think he mostly substituted one of his attackers to bring on defender. Now I'm changing my tactics. I probably changed my tactics like 3 or 4 times in this match. All right, to try and get the win. So I got to go for it because in my head, what I'm basically thinking is, I should not be winning this game. So I'm just gonna go for it. All right, I've got to go for it. I've got to risk it. I'm 3-0 down. He's got a man sent off. Time is on my side. So I'm not gonna. I am gonna risk it, but I'm still gonna, try and get this win. So anyway. It's now 3-1 to me. Pele gets the ball. Nice ball in high with Mbappe. Mbappe is away. Thank you, FIFA 20, that fast players can get away from the defenders. I get away from Virgil van Dijk. He can't catch up. It's now 3-2 to me. I go into my tactics again. Take off Mendy, I think it's. Bring on Perisic. I'm changing up my tactics again, pushing more players up the field because I want to win the ball in his half so I could put him under a lot of pressure. Again, I'm going into my my attackers. I put my attackers on aggressive interceptions, right? I want to win the ball back very quick, very early, high up the pitch. I want to put him under a lot of pressure. It does leave me quite susceptible on the counter-attack, but I've told Sissoko and Kante to stay back. All right, and everyone else can attack. Here, get the ball with Neymar. Neymar to Pele. Pele makes, this is my favourite goal of the whole weekend. Bang. And as you see from the expression on my face, I'm not screaming because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, but I just let off this frustrated, because I should not be. I was 3-0 down. It was a great goal from Pele, but I don't think it's my favourite goal, not because of the shot, not because it was Pele on loan, by the way, but the fact it was against Thibaut Courtois. It wasn't exactly bins, but Thibaut Courtois should have done better, but he's not that much of a great goalkeeper. So anyway, moving on. Kante's got the ball here. A ball to Pele. Pele squares it to Neymar. Neymar green timed it in the back of the net, and I am now 4-3 up. And as you can see, I'm just, oh, it's so cringe. So the expression on my face, obviously 4-3 up. And at this point here, now the question is, do you change into a defensive formation to hold on to the win? Or do you stay in this formation? I decided to stay. I thought, you know what? He's having problems defending. Let me stay in this formation. The game decided that it wanted 3 minutes extra time. It took me into 5 minutes. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do what I can to keep the game. He decided it was a GG's and gave up. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going into our very, very last game for Elite. So that was to make it 22 wins. This here is our 20. This here is our 20 to get Elite here from a. I would have thought it was a more difficult opponent, but hey. No disrespect, but yeah, I think if if my previous opponent was for Elite, I can understand that. But anyways, the matchmaking was a bit unfair. But hey, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So we get Elite, and there you have it, boys and girls. Your boy Don gets Elite 3 for the first time, and I'm shaking my fist harder. I'm just talking to the lads again for their support because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and they're rocking with me. So we hit Elite 3, 23 wins with still 3 games to go. I wanted to stop, but the lads were like, no, Don, go, keep going, get Elite 2. Because I've never got Elite 2. I've never had games to go to get Elite 2, all right? So anyway, we have 3 games to go. I think we won 1, lost 1. It went down to our very, very last game, ladies and gentlemen, for Elite 2. Our last game of Elite 2. Guys and girls, I just want to thank you guys all for the support in the video, up until this point, because you guys, the family in the channel were just pushing me on to try and get Elite 2, and I think I could have got Elite 2, but unfortunately I have shared some things in terms of what to do, what's effective in the game, but there is something in FIFA 20 that I do not like, and that's the rebounds. And I'm not the only person that's talking about the rebounds, and you're going to see it in this game. Yes, I could have defended better, but here, as you can see, tried to make a tackle again, made another tackle, didn't win the ball. I tried to cut off the pass. Sergio Ramos, bounce off Sergio Ramos. The goalkeeper wins the ball, bounce off the goalkeeper. It goes back to Gnabry. Gnabry makes it 1-0 to him. I still got time to get the goal back because I was still getting in behind. But for some reason, I don't know, man. I think I just ran out of steam on this occasion, man, which is really poor on my behalf. But he kept on going, and then he decided that he was just going to hold the ball in the corner. Again, it's GG's. It's part of the game. If anything, I felt like I should have won the game, but I just wasn't good enough to in the final third. And he got quite fortunate with the bounces. The margins went on was on his side. But that's the problem with the game. It's the rebounds, man. It's like I tried to defend it, and the ball just kept on falling back to him every single time. So it's as frustrating as it is. You know, it's a GG's, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm happy, but at the same time I'm sad. But it is what it is, boys and girls. So there we have it. That was my last attempt. The disappointment on my face. I'm happy, but at the same time I'm sad because I could have got Elite 2. It was another 30,000 coins. It's nothing different from Elite 3, but it's only 30,000 coins. And here I'm trying to. One thing I did do is I switched into the second version of the 4-4-2 because he was leaving 3 players up front the whole time when he was defending, and I was scared that I was going to get caught in the counter attack. So I did switch out, which was, again, maybe a mistake on my behalf because I was so scared of conceding a goal on the counter attack. I wanted to leave Kante and Sissoko in front of the back four, which they never did throughout the whole game, and I ended up losing a very, very important game. But nonetheless, we're ending on 24-6 for our first FUT Champs run, and I cannot be any happier, ladies and gentlemen. I am just ecstatic. I know here I'm just showing you guys a clip of me just watching the video. Again, I wanted to just see, I did show this because I want you guys to know how important it is to watch back on your videos. If you can record your games, record your games. If you have got time to watch back on your goals and their goals, just to see where you can improve and see what you can where you went wrong and where you can improve. It's so important. The review part of your gameplay is so very, very important because it's very difficult to learn from your mistakes in the moment. It's good to come away, calm down, and go back and watch your games. It's so very, very important. The recap is incredibly important. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Elite 3, 70,000 coins, 1 premium team of the week pack, one jumbo rare player pack, and 3 special packs for the player picks. So I've not got anything good for my player picks. I don't know what's going to be in the team of the week, but I think the achievement of getting Elite 3 is more important than what I'm actually going to get out of my packs, and especially the coins will go down well. So who stays in the team? I'm not too sure just yet. I'm probably going to work it out on stream this week. So guys, if you do want to come and see what's going to unravel, will my team change? Will it stay the same? What's going to happen? If you want to come and watch my rewards as well, the link to my Twitch channel is down below. Come over, chill with us, rock with us. I am going to be talking about I am going to be supporting as well a lot of the players in my community in regards to what they feel like they can do, because one thing that was quite difficult for me to read is how difficult how much the other lads were finding it very hard. So for me, it's my job now as also a player to kind of give them advice, because I've taken advice from them, so I'm going to share some back with them as well. So because we're all out here to help each other. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Your boy Don has hit Elite 3 in the very, very first weekend. How'd I do it? I am going to, if you do want me to share my custom tactics video, drop a link, drop a like on this video as well. I am going to be sharing some more advice in terms of how to, if you are in Elite 3, for example, sorry, if you are in like Gold 3 or Silver 1 or wherever, I am going to explain how to go from Gold 1 or Elite, wherever you're at, to try and get to Elite. So it's taken me, excuse me, it's taken me like 3 years to get to this point, and I'm going to try and cram 3 years of advice into a short video to give it to you guys, to give you guys some advice in terms of what you can do to get better. A lot of things I have not seen much from other people who done tutorials and stuff like that in terms of what you can do within the game, and I'm specifically talking about the skill games, because I have spent a lot of time inside the skill games. If you do like this video, please drop a like on it, man. It goes a very long way. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, we got Elite 3, bring on the good rewards, and I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.